Imagine yourself in a perfect world. Your mood is positive. Your brain is operating at maximum efficiency. Your body feels healthy, energetic, and agile. You have enough time to complete all the tasks at hand and still enjoy the company of family and friends. Every one of your goals is attainable. In this wonderful land of your imagination, you enjoy a well-balanced diet, get enough exercise, breathe clean air, and spend quality time with friends and family. What you aren't doing is walking around tired, right? So ask yourself, if I inhabited such a place, how much would I sleep? Stumped? You're not alone. Most people don't get further than a whole lot more than I'm sleeping now. After all, how do you remove the pressures of bills, jobs, kids, and relationships to create an oasis where you can even begin to envision what such a perfect world would involve? Lucky for you, scientists have already resolved this issue. Our results back up what historians, anthropologists, artists, and numerous brilliant leaders and thinkers have been telling their contemporaries throughout the ages. In a perfect world, all humans, including you, would nap. It is written in our DNA. Let's look at the rest of the animal kingdom. Do any other species try to get all their sleep in one long stretch? No. They're all multiphasic, meaning that they have many phases of sleep. Homo sapiens, our modern industrialized variety anyway, stand alone in attempting to satisfy the need for sleep in one phase. And even that distinction is a relatively recent development. For most of our history, a rest during the day was considered as necessary a component of human existence as sleeping at night. As A. Roger Eckrich, one of the few historians to study sleep, put it, napping is a tool as old as time itself. Does this mean that cave people napped? Well, little is known about sleep-wake habits back in the Stone Age, but the best guess is that sleep occurred throughout the day and night. Looking at contemporary primitive cultures, we find that Gabusi of Papua New Guinea engage in multiphasic sleep. It makes sense that primitive peoples would sleep in short periods, since someone always has to keep watch for predators. But most of us no longer have to lose sleep over lions and tigers. With the advent of civilization, our sleep consolidated into fewer episodes, and eventually we fell into what scientists have now come to realize is our fundamental, internally programmed pattern, biphasic sleep, composed of one long period during the night and a short period in the middle of the day. By the 1st century BC, the Romans had divided their day into periods designated for specific activities, such as prayer, meals, and rest. Midday became known as sexta, as in the 6th hour, noon by their way of counting, a time when everyone would go to bed. The word has survived in the familiar term siesta. But hard scientific evidence that the nap is woven into our DNA didn't arrive until the modern era, when Dr. Jürgen Aschoff of the Max Planck Institute in Germany carried out a study that can only be described as peculiar. In the 1950s, Dr. Aschoff refurbished some abandoned World War II bunkers with all the amenities of small one-bedroom flats, except that they had no windows, clocks, televisions, radios, or newspapers. No way to tell the date or time or even whether it was day or night. He then paid volunteers to live in them for a period of weeks, during which time he monitored their temperature, blood pressure, and various other biological indicators. After a short transitional phase, subjects generally experienced one large dip in energy in the middle of the night, when they would sleep 6 to 7 hours. Roughly 12 hours later, a mini dip would drive them back to bed for a shorter period of sleep. In other words, when people are forced to follow their own internal imperatives, the nap quickly reasserts its rightful place in the behavioral scheme. Subsequent studies proved this to be the case even among people who believed themselves incapable of napping, as well as in circumstances where they were specifically instructed not to nap.